So I was in a meeting earlier, thinking it was about infrastructure, and someone hands me this paper. Says, big matchup this week, 8-2 versus WreckItMike. I say, what state's that in? They say, no sir, it's Pokemon. And folks, I stayed because I like the Pokemons. This is the WPF Playoffs. Let's talk 8-2. This guy's bringing a team that looks like it was assembled by a machine that turns Taco Bell into team builds. First off, he is bringing Scarf Keldeo because Pony. Next up, Scarf Galarian Zapdos because one Scarf is never enough. Then Specs Hydreigon, arguably the strongest pseudo-legendary. Also, there's Goodrill with an Assault Vest. You know what that means? It's not as cool as Hydreigon, but it's still neat. And A2's not done. Great Tusk with a Pasho Berry, which for the folks at home is a Pokemon item. And finally Boots Cinderess, because of course this rabbit has style. Now WreckItMike, hey, he's a tough customer guy, he's got tactics, he's got rain. But this matchup, he may be cooked. So yeah, America will be watching. And if you're out there wondering who's gonna win, I don't know, man, but I know one thing. Raikous sure does suck.
Okay, so I did not expect my opponent to bring Pelipper into Keldeo. I think that's just absolutely, absolutely an insane choice. I'm just going to leave my Hydreigon as choice specs. It's going to be able to do a large jump to whatever he wants to lead with, and we'll play from there. But man, if only I was specs Keldeo, or Combine Keldeo, he would have lost his turn one. No. But unfortunately, we rocked the Scarf Keldeo SP. I was like, I just didn't think Pelipper made any sense into my team. So we'll roll with it. I imagine we're probably gonna see either an Ape lead or an Archaldon lead. Archaldon if you want to get the rocks off early, and Ape if you just if you want to get U-turn off early. Ideally, you lead the Archaldon. Is because I think you have to. I think you're gonna want to tear that Thunderous in the back. But we will see. Let's see. Who leads? For this. Okay, I mean, I am Choice Specs, Terra Fairy. I kind of knew this. I'm Terra Electric too. Honestly, do I just Flash Cannon here? Kind of a crazy play, but it would take this out early, which would be huge. But do I think you stay in, is the thing. I don't think this wants to stay in on me. Would you go if you U-turned? You know what? I'm just gonna Dark Pulse. If you Terra, you Terra. You do Terra. I would have been better off going for the going for the Terra. Oh wait, no, my Terra got off first, so he didn't Terra. Okay. Yes, but I assume you would Speed Creep Thunderous for Hydreigon. As your taunt Thunderous. Okay. I guess you feared Substitute or something, but I'm not a subset. I'm just Specs Dark Pulse. Nuke. And I could just Dark Pulse again. Is because what are you going to do to me? Terra Blast me? I don't mind that hit. And you don't have a Dark Switch in, so I'm just going to Terra Blast Dark Pulse. And a Thunderous Golem would be huge. You actually might not Terra this Thunderous, now that I think about it. It's because since this Thunderous is essentially dead, I think you're going to want to keep the Terra in the back for a max HP Archaldon to have some defensive. Oh, you're you knock. Okay. So you knock off my choice specs. A little unfortunate, but this should still kill. Okay, so Thunderous gone. That was one Pokemon I was absolutely terrified of. And it went down for a little bit of a price because knockoff does create a situation where if that is especially expensive Pelipper, I might have some issues breaking it. But I think it should generally be okay. I have Goodra and stuff to check Pelipper. And also, I don't think the Pelipper will ever want to stay in against Hydreigon because I'm Terra Electric. Which, yeah. So you're going to think about this for a while. I honestly don't know who you go here. You could go Ursaluna. That would make sense. I'm just trying to think, why would you taunt my Hydreigon turn one? Were you worried about a subset? Were you worried about plot? if you were worried about Plot Ice and that Annihilate isn't Scarf, but you just want Annihilate into this. So it probably is Scarf. I mean, does Ghost Combat kill my Hydreigon? Is because with the, without the choice specs, my Hydreigon's like a lot more optional. I figure if my Hydreigon can live hid from this Annihilate, that would be important. So Hydreigon, Annihilate. No, I don't have enough time to calc. Since I don't have enough time to calc, I am just going to stay in Dark Dracomir. Let's see. Final Gambit. Okay. So, I guess Hydreigon gets 2 kills here. So sacrifice essentially 2 Pokemon to take out my Hydreigon. So, sorry. Where's Annihilate? Oh, yeah. Annihilate gone. That was interesting. Not what I expected. Kind of regret taking Supercell Slam off my old Jimmy. I could go old Jimmy. I think the Ogre's probably the Ogre or the other things coming in. I think Hoodra's pretty safe on neutral. It's because Hoodra's good if he brings out the whatchamacallit. It's good if he brings out the Pelipper, and if he brings out the so the Pelipper comes out. I do surround with the Thunderbolt. Do I Thunderbolt here is the question though. I don't think I have to. I think I could just Draco. Because I doubt you're going to stay in. And even if you do stay in, Draco's going to do a large chunk to us. So Draco I go. Knock off. Okay. Do you not know that Goodra gets Thunderbolt? You might not know Goodra gets Thunderbolt. So I'm just going to Thunderbolt this turn. Maybe I should have Thunderbolt that last turn, but I don't know. These are some very weird opening plays. U-turn. Okay, okay. But Pelipper's now chipped, which means my Keldeo is looking absolutely amazing here, especially with the rain up. Okay, you go out into this. Fair enough. Getting your body press boosts. Do a little bit. I assume this is going to be like some AV set. Stamina, yeah, fair enough. With what he has left, Tusk is kind of useless. Just because I don't have close combat on it for their Saluna. So I'm okay with sacking Tusk, or it's because Tusk is good if he goes for the Electro Shot or the Body Press. If you go for Draco, not the end of the world, I can just get my rocks. I could just like take this out. So you do go for the Electro Shock. Fair enough. Is it worth getting a Headlong on this? Maybe. I mean, this is obviously your Terra Captain. But getting a Headlong on this would put it into my Keldeo range. So I think that is what I'm going to do here. Forgo the rocks. If my Keldeo is like Scarf, Surf, and in the rain, it's going to do a large chunk. If you Terra this, I think you lose to my Scarf Keldeo with what you have left. I'll have to run the calcs, of course, but Scarf Keldeo in the rain hits fairly hard. So you're going to think about this for a while, but I don't know. You have to switch. I hope you Terra. If you do, you lose, but your best play is always switching in this situation. You Terra'd. Okay, I think my Keldeo just wins then. If you set up Rain for my Keldeo, which was very kind of you. I mean, my Headlong Rush obviously is not going to do a whole lot to this, but that's fine. We'll see. I just want a little bit of chip. That's a very defensive thing. Okay. How much does my Keldeo do under Rain to this? Keldeo... I assume you're AV or something. Was it Draco? Yeah, it was Draco. Keldeo, Choice Spec, Scarf. So many Keldeo sets, and I don't think my Keldeo set saved. So I guess this Keldeo doesn't quite just win yet. It's like very, very close to winning, but it's not at that level. So I'm going Goodra. Body Press shouldn't be able to take me out. If it does, I would be kind of surprised. And I'll just Flash Cannon. And we'll see what happens. Even if you take me out, I'm so close to winning with my Keldeo, like, I don't think it's a big deal if I lose Goodra. Body Press, does that kill? does kill. Yeah, SPGR plus whatever. That was probably a stupid play on my end, but it's okay. Not quite the end of the world. Actually, if this rain gets off the field, I potentially lose. Am I close to Braybird endgame as well? Guess I should have... I'm going to do what I should have done initially, which is go Keldeo and Surf. And we'll play from there. I mean, you'd have to be AV and fairly defensive to take this Surf. And you would have to gamble me being Specs on Keldeo. Even if you're max HP, it's like a roll in my favor. I think I'm modest this week too, so I don't think it's even a roll. Yeah, no, it shouldn't even be a roll. I'm sure you're thinking, calcing, questioning if staying in is the right play, but yeah, going Guju was definitely a choke on my end. So Surf should kill. It lives on a sliver. I think that might be the end of our run then. Yeah, that's probably the end of our run. Yeah. Just wasn't able to get big damage on this. If only I was Specs Keldeo. Yeah, I have to go this. I have to, I don't have enough switch-ins to be able to win this. Yeah, I'm just getting U-turn. Oh, dear. Not the way I wanted to go. But man, that... I'm going to have to ask for his build after the game. Is because I should have been doing 60% minimum to that Archeldon. And that looked like that was 60% range. So Arch gone. All you have left is Pelipper, Luna, and Ogre, but I think I lose this fairly certain. Excuse me, even though I am Terra Electric on my Cinderace, I don't think you're going to respect it. It's because I don't think you have a reason to respect it. So I think we're going to see the Pelipper come in. I think we're going to see a Hurricane, and that's going to be a big game. It's because I can't lock into multiple moves at once. If we see Ogre, I have like a slight chance, but it's not great. This actually gives me a very good chance. So I'm just going to high jump kick this. As long as I don't miss, I should be good. I should be able to win with Braybird, I think. Oh wait, no, that's very defensive on that Blood Moon. And Blood Moon should be able to kill me. Yeah, that's going to be a good game. I can't lock into Braybird and close combat at the same time. And I'm not going to have enough recoil. Yeah, that was just, I'll be honest, that was just very poorly played on my end. I probably could have won that with Keldeo fairly easily if I didn't gamble against that thing as much. So I have to Braybird here. Not much of a choice. I think I have to hope you stay in. I have to hope you do something stupid. I mean, I imagine Hyper Voice should be able to kill me. Especially with how much that high jump kick did. Yeah. So you do stay in. I take out a little bit of recoil. How much do you go for? Moonlight. That's a good game. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just a game. Why are you moonlighting? This game's over. There's no reason to moonlight in this situation. Just Blood Moon and take your kill. If you're gambling, it correct. Are you trying to go for, like, I kill myself with recoil game? Yeah, okay. So good game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him his Archeldon spread. It's be that should have killed from my Keldeo.